In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the number one path to getting rich in 2025. It's not real estate. I can share with you that. I can tell you it's not going to be cryptocurrency. It's not going to be e-commerce or drop shipping. The number one path to getting rich in 2025 is selling software. I'm going to give you 4 reasons. Number 1 is monthly recurring revenue wins. My background came from selling cell phones. So when I look at this device here that's in my hand, it's a cell phone. And I made millions selling cell phone. I generated millions of dollars selling cell phone. I made my first $1 million at 21 selling cell phones. I sold thousands of cell phones. So my story, I ran a cell phone business under the T-Mobile brand. I had 4 locations, and through my 4 locations with 14 employees that worked for me, I sold thousands of phones. Black Friday, New Year specials, so on and so forth. That was me working in the malls and running businesses, selling these phones. And what I found was every single month I started at 0. I had 4 locations, 4 distribution points, 14 people working for me, and every single month at the beginning, generating millions, 6-figure months. And every first of the month, my bank account says 0. Not my bank account. Well, the revenue streams said 0. Because every new month I would start at 0. If you sell real estate, if you're like, for example, as a real estate agent, every new month you start at 0. There's a lot of people who've gotten rich in real estate. Every single month you start at 0. There's a lot of people who use crypto. There's a lot of people who do e-commerce and they have to run ads to generate sales and generate traffic. Every single start of the month, you have no revenue coming in. And in that month, you have to stimulate marketing to generate new revenue. Software, you don't have to do that. Monthly recurring revenue comes in regardless if you work or not, because you're still generating sales because a customer subscribes to you. So in the cell phone business, when I ran the cell phone business, I would sell a device. Let's say this iPhone here, I would sell a device for $649 as an example. I would make that $649 as a cell phone store, but T-Mobile, the carrier, they would make $50 a month every single month from the customer that we sold. The subscriber that we sold, they would make the monthly recurring revenue. I wouldn't. So every single month, I started at 0, but T-Mobile itself, Verizon, AT&T, those companies, what they had was this one thing called monthly recurring revenue. And it blew my mind. That's how you get rich, is through monthly recurring revenue. So number 1 point is that you need to understand, if you want to get rich, you want to sell something once and get paid on it for life. And the more sticky the product is, the more valuable it is to a small business owner, or to an entrepreneur, or to a consumer, the more valuable it is, the more likelihood that they're going to pay monthly. So I'll give you an example. Here on a device, there are people who would lose their home before they stop paying their phone. They would not pay their mortgage. Like if they had financial challenges, they would forget paying their rent. They would forget paying their mortgage. The last thing that they would go would be the monthly recurring bill on the cell phone. So that means there's something sticky. Inside of small business owners, what their thing is that's sticky is going to be their CRM, the software that they use to run their nucleus of their business. Before, like if a business owner is struggling, the last thing that they would stop paying is going to be their CRM, the software that manages their entire business, that they're able to take payments on. So they would cancel every other subscription before canceling the CRM. Number 2, the reason you want to get into software is going to be because of high margins, and it has low overhead. You can sell software to anybody in the world because it's something that's digital, it's online, and it doesn't cost much to get started. Actually, you can get started for as little as a couple $100 to start a software business. Down below in the description, there's a link to a blueprint that I recorded on how to start a software business for a couple $100 and generate your first $5,000 in monthly recurring revenue that's coming into your pocket. Okay. Number 3 is going to be AI and artificial intelligence and automation is the new workforce. I remember in my first business in the cell phone industry, before I generated any money, I had to hire staff to run the stores. I had to pay rent. I had to pay for lights and insurance, and before generating any revenue. Today, with technology, you can start a software business, and you're not going to have to pay staff or pay payroll or things of that nature, or pay rent or things of that nature, because you can run your entire business with artificial intelligence, where that is the new customer support agent. Artificial intelligence can manage customer support for you. Artificial intelligence can actually do the selling for you. Automations is all the to automatically turn a lead, someone who doesn't know who you are, into a paying subscriber. Automations can do all of that work for you. You don't even have to pay a single person. How cool is that today, ladies and gentlemen? You can use artificial intelligence, AI, and technology to really run your entire business. This is how you start seeing these digital nomads, right, who are able to make 5, 6, 7 figures, and they're like on a beach in Hawaii or something. They're a digital nomad, and I understand the value of that. I remember my first time making a sale. I was in a digital nomad sale where I was in Hawaii with my wife on my honeymoon, and I'm like, babe, look at the Stripe account, and I showed her my phone, and I'm like, look at all these new sales that are coming in. It's all because of artificial and intelligence. And in the blueprint, when you download the blueprint, it actually explains all of that to you, okay? Number 4 is going to be every business vertical needs technology to help them run their business. There are today small business owners that are running their business on paper still. Like they're still using paper to track all their sales, track all their numbers. And what's happening is that they're challenged in keeping track of all of that data points, all of those data. So what they need is a technology. They need a software to organize it all. And many times they're willing to pay a monthly subscription. The reason they don't is they don't have access to this type of technology. They're not even aware of it. You're on this YouTube video, you're watching this presentation today, you're watching this video today, and because you're someone who's technology advanced, you're advanced with technology, on the side, there's gonna be other videos that you can start watching and start learning, but they may be entrepreneurs and business owners, they may be watching YouTube videos that are running multi-million-dollar businesses. They've been running their business for 30 years the same way that they've been running their business 30 years ago. They're running their business the same way today as they did 30 years ago. However, when you're the one that introduces them to technology, they'll be willing to pay you for access to that software, to that technology. So they're already saying that they need a way to grow their business and add technology. They just don't know what technology to add. By you introducing that technology to them, that gives you an opportunity to start getting rich and start creating revenue. The 4 reasons software is the way to go. Number 1 is going to be monthly recurring revenue wins. Like today, you can employ a system inside of your business, generate an additional $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month, and sell that in month 1. And month 2, you get paid that $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000. Month 3, you get paid the same amount. Month 4, you get paid the same amount. Month 5, month 6, month 7, you still get paid the same amount. So for example, one of the ways that I sell software is I do a webinar where I get a bunch of potential business owners on a group presentation. And in one 90-minute presentation, I can go ahead and sell customers. Like I remember I did this one presentation in September, okay, at the time, which is a month ago, at the time of this recording, okay, so less than 30 days ago. And if I did the math, I'm gonna pull out my calculator here. Maybe you can see it on the phone. Okay, you can see here. If I do the math here, 9 customers, multiply that by $997 equals $8,973. Okay, 9 customers. Even if you get 10 customers, 100 customers on a Zoom call, just in this scenario that I showed you, 9 customers were sold a software. That software I charge $997 a month for, generating $8,973 in monthly recurring revenue. They pay for the first month that day on the webinar. It took me less than 90 minutes. Then the following month, they pay the $997. The following month after that, they pay the $997. So therefore, my business is making an extra $8,973 every single month. And on average, our customers are going to stay 3 to 4 years using this type of technology. So one 90-minute presentation, I'm able to replace the average person's 9 to 5 in one 90-minute presentation. So when you download the blueprint, you're going to learn all of this and how to implement it inside of your business, okay? The blueprint is a step-by-step process on how to generate $5,000 a month. I just showed you how I did over $8,000. I'm going to show you how to do $9,000 or $5,000 a month selling software. All that information is in the description if you want to go ahead and start implementing this inside your business. However, number 1, monthly recurring revenue for the win. You create monthly recurring revenue. Number 2, it's high margins. It's very profitable because it doesn't cost much to create. Once you set up a software, it doesn't cost much to sell it and sell it and sell it because you just set it up once, okay? So it doesn't cost much to run the business in itself compared to like when I had to pay for staff and I had to pay insurance and I had to pay all the rent and I had to pay a bunch of marketing dollars, all of that in the cell phone business. Now today, I mean, it's completely very profitable here. Artificial intelligence and automations are the new workforce. Rather than hiring staff, you can actually implement AI to do a lot of the work that it would take a human to do. So this is how those digital nomads that are traveling around the world, making money from their laptop, you can become one too. And what we found is that there's a huge need for it. Every business needs technology inside of their business. All right. So if you want to implement this inside of your business, down below is going to be the link to the description. In the description is going to be a link to the blueprint. In the blueprint, you can download it and start implementing our system to getting $5,000 a month in selling software. I hope this video was valuable to you. If you like this video, be sure to like this video, press the like button, comment to let me know what you discovered inside of this video, as well as subscribe so that way you get an alert every time that I release a video that is similar to this one. I'll see you on the next video.